How mitakipi. Today I'm going to go over the vowels and nasal sounds of the Txakini Oya Wowapi. This orthography was created by a first language speaker, Lakota linguist, and longtime Lakota teacher, Txakini Violet Catches. First, we'll start with the English A in Lakota. It's pronounced ah, ah. I put a lot of these English equivalents in here because a lot of times when we're first learning Lakota, we're afraid, we're unsure, we're insecure of how to pronounce things, and we don't want to get them wrong. But a lot of these sounds that we say in Lakota, we do say in English. And so I put these English equivalents here. The ah sound is often written with an O in English. Dock, hot, crocs, bot, flock. A fox got a shock in a shop. Lakota words with the ah. Ate, macho, daku, shunka, Lakota, wa'u, cha. This is the English E. In Lakota, it's pronounced eh, eh. And we do say this sound in English. Here are some equivalents. Bed, many, friend, deck, head, breath, check, chef. Lakota words. He, hantan, we, le, ichu, ite, ile, te. Here is the English I. In Lakota, it's pronounced E and sometimes I as well. But first, we'll focus on the E sound. Here are the English equivalents. Be, each, see, ski, see, bead, freed, please, read. Lakota words with the E sound. Ichu, igmu, e, ile, ti, lila, ipi, pz, iya. And the Lakota O and English O are pronounced oftentimes the same. English equivalents. Go, bowl, stole, low, mow, roll, coat, coach, dole, dole. Here are some Lakota Wichoye with the O, dole, o, dopa, dohan, woku, blow, wotakuye, wolakota, wowapi. And here is the English U in Lakota. It's pronounced oo, oo. And we do say this. Here are some equivalents with the oo sound. Blue, to, do, rule, pool, cool, blue, bloom, do, chew. Here are some Lakota words with the oo sound. Oo, hoo, su, iju, yuha, ampetu, buza, yuza, waduka. And here's a nasal vowel, and all this means is that we're going to use our nose. A nasal is that we're going to use our nose to pronounce it. This sound makes the sound. And we do have English equivalents. We often make this sound with on right before the g's in our words. Honk, long, wrong, song, gronk, gong, strong, along, donkey. Lakota Wichoye with the sound. Etan, danyan, wan, wanji, etanhan, han, chan, chante, chanzeke. And here is the nasal E sound. The IN makes the E sound. Here are the English equivalents. Again, a lot of our words, IN right before the G, we say this nasalized vowel. Sing, thing, ring, ding, king, English, finger, zinc. Here are Lakota words with the ing sound. Inya, inyanka, inajin, in, chin, winya, twin, inch. And then here is the nasalized sound. I had a tough time finding some English equivalents, so we'll just go right into the Lakota words with the sound. Shunka, hunch, numpa, unshia, umpran, yunkan, umpi. And then we also have a nasalized M sound. This isn't necessarily a vowel, but it's not necessarily a consonant. And our speakers make this sound a lot. We have English equivalents that we say: limes, mimes, mummy, mom, summer, them. Here are Lakota words, wichoye, with those with the nasalized M sound. A lot of times in the plural forms, our speakers will shorten those and then just say the M. When Unchi would say it, she kind of would swallow the M at the end of it, just like when she said it, when you say mom. That's kind of the way she would pronounce these words. Giyang, slow unyang, dokacham, wambli, nach iyukjam, o unyam, chin. And so we also have Lakota diphthongs to be aware of. A sound formed by the combination of two vowels in a single syllable, in which the sound begins as one vowel and moves toward another, as in coin, loud, and side. This is why I don't think that Lakota orthography or writing system can have a one-to-one match, because of these diphthongs, as well as some of the welded sounds that we go into. And that's why I'm really appreciative of Txakini Violet's orthography. So a lot of times the A and the I, speakers will make that I sound, this diphthong, I sound. So we say this sound in English: I, cry, ice, prize, pilot, buy, idea. So with that, iopte, our speakers will say ayupte, and awiyukchan, ayukchan. Like she, Brian, has said both of these words. Another thing to be aware of too, we'll get into this later, but sometimes our speakers will change the O sound to use. It's just easier to say iopte, ayupte is more of the quick way to say it. Another thing is the Lakota diphthong with the ah and the o coming together, and this is again is where our speakers will have these plurals, and then they'll just shorten and take out the end of it, and they'll throw an o on it. Ow, it's pronounced ow. So we have these English equivalents: brow, allow, cloud, couch, cow, how. And in Lakota, how, like hello, wotaukte, they will eat. Yuhaukte, they will have it. Kichiuzaukte, they will get married. Another Lakota diphthong comes from aye, I. And so it starts off with ah and it kind of goes into a eh sound. I'm still trying to get this sound down, but just so that we're all aware of these sounds that our fluent speakers make. Wachbaye turns into wachbe. Chbaye turns into chbe. Iyaye, iye. Ahiyaye, ahiye. Another diphthong, a lot of times our speakers will turn aya or awa into ah. They'll kind of drag the ah sound, ah. Awableze turns into ableze. Iyaya, iya. Iyayapi, iyab. Eash, ash. And some other sounds that we have are welded sounds. So these sometimes called glued sounds. This is when letters are stuck so tightly together that they make a new sound. So in English we have welded sounds: ong, all, ung, ing, m, n. In Lakota we have a few welded sounds. First one a lot of people are familiar with, wayang. Our speakers will weld those sounds together, and instead of saying wayang, they'll say wang. They'll just they'll just glue those sounds together, wang. So that's why we'll say we wayang wachi. But a lot of times our speakers will say we wang wachi. This is an example of a welded sound. Wanyanka, wanka. Wanyanka, wanka. Wanyanka pikte, Wankaukte. So that was kind of cool. I heard Lexi J say that in a recording, a welded sound with a diphthong at the end. So these are just some sounds and some vowels to be aware of. There'll be more videos to come on the consonants and the rest of the orthography.